So I'm like, no, dude, just don't worry about it. So then my friend Nick, his fiance or whatever she was at that point, she spills a drink on my friend's on my date's coat. She like knocks over a drink and it goes all over her coat, and I was like, hey man, you're gonna have to pay for her dinner now, just like joking, you know. And I was like, you have to pay for my meal now, because that's right, she wasn't eating. I made some joke about it. You have to pay for somebody's meal, and he's just like, oh no, I'm bouncing out. I'm sorry. So forget the spill part. It hasn't happened yet. So the lady comes back, delivers all of our food, and then as she turns to walk away, the girl says to me, I want to order something, and I was like, that time has come. That ship has sailed, you know? But I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. My date here would like to order something. Come to get a menu. And the lady's like, a menu right now. And I was like, yes. And she's like, get you a menu. So she gives this girl a menu. So this girl's like thumbs through it and is like, aha, I got something. Orders a $22 steak dinner and a $3 drink. So we went from her not being hungry to me dropping 25 bones for her to have some food.
At these, nonetheless.
At these, yeah. $25 worth of food. So now that's out in the air, and everyone's like. So then my friend's girlfriend spills his drink on her coat, and I said, "Oh, dude, you're gonna have to buy her." Or I said, "You're gonna have to pay for her meal now." And he's like, "I'll just buy her a new coat. It's probably cheaper." And like, and she's sitting right there. I mean, she's just like, but she's like pretending like she can't hear. And I was like, "Oh, this is awkward." She's taking jabs at my date. I don't like my date and don't want to defend her. So, anyways, the meal finally comes, and she cuts off a little piece and is like. And she's like, who wants this? And I'm just like, I've got a fork and I'm just like, don't kill her now, there's too many witnesses. And so she cuts it, she proceeds to cut it up into a bunch of little pieces and passes it around the table. And there's some dudes that are like, they like take the A1, they're like, oh, eat some steak. So I paid $25 for a community plate of steak to go around for a little steak sampler for everyone to have. And I'm just like, ooh, I'm so mad, yeah. And we get out in the car, and I'm just like, I think from that point on, I don't think I said a word to her.
That's what you'd rather her talk about.
Can't remember, yeah.
Did you say bye?
I did.
Did you say bye?
I said goodbye to her, but actually, I think somewhere in there, she actually asked for my. We were walking to our car to leave the state fair. She's like, can I get his phone number? And I was like, and part of me was like, I'd like to give you his phone number, but I was like, but he was actually pretty. He was like, pretty close with his. I was like, actually, that's his girlfriend there. And
so she asked for your friend's phone.
She asked me for his phone number.
Tell him the excuse though, like what?
Yeah, so I was like, he's. Like, with that girl
on a date,
like their girlfriend, boyfriend girlfriend, they're kind of in a relationship. And then she's like, oh well, I didn't want to, I didn't want to ask him out. I just, he's kind of tall, and I thought maybe he would want to play basketball with my brother. Aww. And I was like, yes, right, good. Nice. Smell that? It smells like BS. But anyways, and so I was like, what a bullcrap date that was. And so I never in my life have ever tallied the cost of a date. I had to go home and tally it. And on that one I didn't either. The only reason I knew was because I started the date with $80 in my pocket, ended with $2. Yeah. $78 on the most horrendous, painful 4 hours of my life.
And it was costly.
Yeah.
That's almost $20 an hour.
Yeah, $20 an hour. Plus all the psychological damage.
And this is why we have the mat we have today.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that.
It sounds like she did everything possible to make that day.
Yeah, we need to
like how to look a guy in one day.
So how old was she?
Indeed, yeah. What was that? that?
How old was she?
Probably, I think she was a little younger than me.
You should have dropped her off at
I
Juan's
think I was like 21, she was like 20. Yeah, I should have been like, you know what? Like, Juan is probably waiting and, you know.
5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
a couple hours.
5 to 10 minutes. So, why don't you guys rendezvous and I'll just drive home. And I'll dump off these two people in the back seat somewhere. But, anyway, so it was super painful and everything. So whenever anybody gets up, like, whenever, like, you get these, like, in church where the high councilman gets up and his trophy wife gets up and is like, this dating is so much fun, oh, get there, get there. I always want to be like, shut the freak up. I've been on dates. They're not fun. Don't try to tell me that they are.
Because you haven't met the right person.
You know what this
A guy.
Yeah, the right one. You're going to be
Evidently not.
This last Sunday, we had our high council meeting, and his wife gets up, and she says, you know, I just have to tell all you people, you guys are such beautiful people. You know, I would think that you guys would be able to find, you know, like line up everybody here, and, you know, you'd all be married.
That is pretty messed up.
Yep. And I've had others. We could go on. I could go on. Telling date nightmare stories all night long.
Oh, I've only had incidents. So
there's one with a crazy Colombian girl. But actually, the lunatic girl was also from Peru. Kind of funny. A separate Peruvian girl. Her name was Kat. Didn't you say you knew her? Or you didn't know her? Kathy?
No, yeah.
Kathy. I can't remember her last name. But maybe her name was Katia or something. But she lived by Valley Fair Mall. And her name was Kathy. And she went to all the Spanish-speaking...
Yeah, actually I know her.
Yeah.
But?
I guess.
Okay,
She probably does.
Yes or no, or I guess.
She wasn't my date. I don't know. I checked out my date, though. She was hot. But that was a screw. That's a long story. Almost equally as screwy, though. Another crappy, and then there was another one. Gosh, I've had just a slew of miserable dates all over the place. I could tell them forever. What is that? What's that?
They've been recording you the whole time.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's why you kept getting the orange spot.
Is that what that was? We're recording. Like, is it recording right now? Well, shut it off. What a bunch of weirdness. That's been like going for like an hour. All right, time to go, people. I figured she was taking pictures. Yeah, I thought she was taking pictures.